Good morning, Ari.
Good morning, Ed.
You're living the dream, so why wouldn't you be? Is there any final thoughts you have?
Something to look forward to is
What's your goal? My name is Ed Murphy from GreenTechHQ, an innovation hub in Enniscorthy, County Wexford, bringing together entrepreneurs, innovators, investors, mentors, and community, all to create worthwhile new businesses and jobs in the southeast, mainly focused on sustainability, green tech, and climate change. I have here with me this morning a great example of a young entrepreneur in Wexford, in Kevin Harte. You're very welcome, Kevin.
Thanks very much, Ed.
Yeah, from a company called Machine Lab in Wexford town. So tell me, what's the origin of Machine Lab? How did it start and why did it start?
So initially started from, I suppose, business partner Sean's initial idea. He had a background in automation, etc. So he would have had a really good background in, what goes into a good supplier for supplying companies with, say, spare parts, machine components, assemblies, full machines, that kind of thing. So Sean, he came up with the initial idea. He had been off in New Zealand, came back because of COVID, and it kind of started by accident, really. There was a machine bought, a job initially done, and it kind of kickstarted from there. So I'd known Sean previously from, we actually met at a party, believe it or not. So we were kind of friends. Good. And I remember that I actually got a picture of him on Snapchat one time, one of the first parts he ever made on this machine. And I thought, geez, it looks unbelievable. So I met up with him soon after, and it was only kind of in Machine Lab's infancy. And I kind of got involved in because seeing, number one, Shawnee's extremely motivated and driven person, and I knew with what he wanted to do, there was definitely somewhere he's going to go and become an extremely successful company. So I kind of hopped on board straight away. I was fully on for everything.
What was your background before then?
Finance before then.
Finance,
yeah.
right.
So completely different world altogether.
Yeah.
But it's something that from the initial days as well, it just captured my interest completely, especially when Sean was giving me the technical background, all different kind of strands and areas we could expand into. It just completely captivated me. And I think I'm still not there. I'm as much technical knowledge as Sean, but I think, I have a good kind of grasp of everything.
Who would be obviously Sean come from a technical background in this regard, but regarding, let's say, relationships building with potential customers and all like that, is it Sean or is it you?
Both was on that.
Both,
yeah. I'd have a kind of good background on kind of deals and whatnot, like in finance. So I think Sean's very good with everything technical, and we kind of both link in for selling the company as well. In that kind of regard.
Tell me, just going a little bit further into, you guys as entrepreneurs, finance people wouldn't always be regarded as extremely entrepreneurial or enterprising. They tend to be more conservative in their views. But so what prompted you, apart from your good relationship with Sean and seeing the potential of the company? It's not easy to take the jump and particularly take off those woolly handcuffs and jump into starting a business and all the challenges that come along with that. Why did you do it?
I believed in it pretty much. So I seen there's a huge gap in the market for it. You have places like down in Shannon and whatnot would have pretty advanced kind of machining centres and whatnot. There's nothing like it in Wexford. And manufacturing in Wexford and, say, medical device, the pharma industry, it's only grown in the past kind of 10 years. It's only set to grow more in the next 10 years. So I knew there was a gap in the market there. And I knew with kind of what was planned as well for the company with, say, making its way into kind of companies within Ireland and expanding internationally, there was definitely a business case for it as such. In that kind of regard. So that's what kind of prompted me.
And tell me, sometimes it's what drives people on is either both confidence, knowledge of the possibilities, but also it might be the fear of failure. So what concerns had you, a couple of years ago, and what concerns might you still have for the viability and the success of the business?
To be honest with you, from day one, I haven't had a concern, and I
Wow.
still don't, because
Wow.
I know exactly from day one with what our initial conversation had. It hasn't changed since. We know
Yeah.
exactly where and what we want to grow it to.
Yeah.
We've done that so far. We've had absolutely phenomenal growth since we've started, but there's a hell of a lot more of a way we want to go, and we will go
Yeah.
for what we have planned as well. So I've absolutely no concerns, never have had any concerns on viability, because I know exactly the innovation that's within the company, the drive to succeed, and how we actually manage problems is a huge thing, where, say, a lot of other companies that might be a few more years established, they might come to a stumbling block, whatever, but we always find a solution. And as well, the service that we offer to our clients is next to none.
Yeah,
You're
it's
talking
fantastic.
overnight stuff. There's been days where there's been no sleep for days on end, and that kind of way, to get jobs done, and to manage client expectations. So we definitely go above and beyond more than any company really that is within our hemisphere.
Sometimes that's what it takes, no matter
Exactly.
what company you're starting off, particularly at the start of it. How would you describe, for people or companies now looking at this, how would you describe what you do or what you're capable of doing?
So we're capable of a lot of stuff. So we initially started off as precision machining, but we've expanded that massively. So we're obviously still have the precision machine end of things. We have our machine building, which is a separate strand of the business, but one that's kind of linked in parts to the precision machine, and one that has expanded rapidly, and we are looking to continually expand as well. And what we have planned, even for the next 12 to 18 months, for the machine building is absolutely phenomenal, and something that we're going to keep going on.
Yeah. What do you mean by machine building again?
So a client, say, will come to us and they have a plan for, say, a production line or machine or whatnot. Usually they'll have some sort of an idea of a design, or we'll take over, or we'll come up with a design for them. We'll go through the full process of that design, do the manufacture, assembly, install, and pretty much drop it on their feet where they can start using it straight away when we're done with the whole thing.
Yeah. And tell me, in terms of the type of customers and how you go after those customers, and what's been the best way for you to secure new customers or convince new potential customers that they come to Machine Lab in Wexford?
Well, we obviously, our marketing kind of strategy, we've a couple of different strands, and so for our clients, of course, it's different to say if you're selling woolly hats online or whatnot, right? So because our clients are in highly regulated industries, you're kind of leveraging on a lot of connections and whatnot. So word of mouth is an absolutely massive thing that we have leveraged through, say, connections that we had or connections that we've made since. Simple thing like, calling up someone that we'd know in some certain space that might know someone. That's got us into, say, one place anyway, I think of off the top of my head, but that doesn't, it's not the be all and end all of our marketing and such. Obviously, LinkedIn, we've been kind of proactively trying to increase the traffic on that and impressions on the page and whatnot. Our website as well, we underwent a really good revamp. We had a quite good website initially, but we went under a quite substantial revamp of it as well, which the lads from Visiting Ross helped us with, which is absolutely phenomenal and has helped it further. But it's something that we are looking as well to continually develop. Like sales and marketing is definitely something that we're always having in the back of our mind, and we're constantly looking to put more resource into it. But the exhibitions, I don't know if I mentioned it already.
What type of exhibitions?
So one of the big ones we go to is manufacturing supply chain exhibition in Dublin. It's on every year. And there's kind of a lot of people of our sorts, say, that would be in the same industry, they'll go there, there'll be suppliers there. But oftentimes when you've all them kind of different parties in one environment, you'll find our clients as well, so they'd be going around looking for new suppliers, whatnot. You might leverage some connections they have up there to get introduced to someone, that give an insight into what we're doing. And you can make 30, 40, 50, 60 connections.
Wow.
5, 6 or 7 of them might actually come true where you get to actually price some work or provide something to them. But it's the key thing is actually making them connections at them type of events,
Yeah, I'm with you. What would you say is unique about Machine Lab, Wexford, compared to some of those other potential competitors?
Well, I suppose the fact that the two of us are still very young has been a huge help. So we're constantly looking to leverage different forms of innovation, different forms of technology. Like we've plans already for, automation of, say, our precision machining centers and whatnot as well. So compared to a lot of kind of companies that would be in the same kind of strand, say in Wexford, say, we're a lot more innovative and constantly looking to innovate more in our processes, our people, and the actual work. Obviously, our quality, lead times, price, which were the cornerstones of what the company was founded on, them combined into the one factor is a big thing for us to set us apart. So, like I was saying earlier, the ability to turn around something overnight or in a weekend for something that's needed extremely urgently is a huge thing for us to set us apart and still do at the quality level that's required,
So tell me what interesting or new product or new service or what's unique in terms of some of the type of customers that you have or have got or maybe are working on even at the moment?
Well, I suppose we're quite lucky in a way that I suppose we have our base of customers there, but we always have some sort of innovative or new project ongoing. So previously we would have done work for a company that was providing services for the James Webb telescopes, who actually manufactured the camera housing for the actual camera that went up on the telescope.
Yeah, wow.
They took the highest resolution pictures of, I think it's the farthest galaxy away they've ever got pictures of.
Wow.
That was one of the past projects.
Great to be involved.
Exactly, yeah. And at the moment, one that's very interesting and that's been ongoing for, I suppose, is being kicked off for a month and a half now, is a EOD robot for the Uganda government, which is
What's an EOD?
It's a bomb disposal robot. So effectively, myself and Sean got approached. It was over Saturday, actually, believe it or not. We got an email through and we're kind of wondering, is this
joke
legit? Is it a scam or whatever? So we ended up having the call with them. They kind of outlined the need for the actual robot, why they needed it effectively on the ground, and the kind of the technical specs of it. So it's we knew we could definitely get the design together and that kind of thing and start having a shot at it. But it's something that it's kind of a bit new to us, but it's something that we're definitely able to do, and we hope to develop it into a product going forward as well.
Fantastic to know that you have both the insight and the confidence to have a go at something like that. Yeah. So well done. It's great, fantastic. Future plans?
Future plans, keep expanding. Since it started, obviously it's been phenomenal expansion, especially the last year, and even the first 6 months of this year has been phenomenal in relative terms to, say, the 12 months of last year. So we were just constantly on the lookout for expansion. We obviously moved facility recently, so we had a 3,000 square foot facility. We moved down to 16,000 square foot facility.
Oh, fantastic.
We're already kind of looking at the next facility, to be honest with you. So
Great.
It's just continued expansion, continued development of clients, new markets, all that kind of.
Well, look at Kevin, thank you very much for coming in to GreenTechHQ. It's a pleasure, and it's a pleasure chatting to someone. So, by the way, what age are you and what age is Sean?
We're both 25.
Both 25. Yeah. Wow. Best of luck.
Thanks
That's
very much.
Fantastic. Good on you. Take
Cheers.
care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good morning, Ari.
Good morning, Ed.
You're living the dream, so why wouldn't you? Is there any final thoughts you have?
Something to look forward to.
What's your goal?